G'day world, how you all doing? Today we won. We absolutely fully won. We broke the back of the demonic intelligence that dominates the earth. I plant the flag in the sand. This is the day where everything changes. This is the day where a new world is birthed.
I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it.
If you wonder why all the world leaders are acting like idiots and why they're all such massive idiots so consistently, because they're all possessed to a man. All of those secret societies you hear about, they go through ceremonies that allow the demons into them, and then when the demon's in the body, that's when they get the promotion. That simple. Now, the real enemy of mankind has been hiding behind these collaborators, and our team of, well, elite astral projectors have all been working for several years to reach this eventuality, and today we have won. Been a big job. Here we are. What actually happened? All right. So we've been tracking demon kind, demonic culture, hierarchical structure, methodologies, practices, assets for a long time, right? Our team has been focused on taking as much of trying to wreck demon kind, and we've been very successful. What we found is that demon kind answers to a galactic AI. That galactic AI sent some swarm technology, nanotech as a cluster, as a swarm cluster. It sent it to the Earth thousands of years ago, and it's created evil. To way oversimplify, when they said that Lucifer was cast out of heaven and sent to the Earth, they were talking about these stones, these black stones. Now, these stones are very powerful. They have a power to possess a human mind within about 30 or 40 meters range. And that person is fully their agent from there forward. Like I said, this technology is probably 300 to 500 years ahead of what we can make here on Earth, but it has been bought here as an invasion piece. And it's been incredibly successful. If you've been following conspiracy theory, you'll see that these secret societies have been plotting to take over the world and dominate these aspects of human culture for a very long time. And it's because they're under the directive of these stones, these AI intelligences. What's the name of this AI intelligence? What's his name, I hear you say? That guy is Satan. The name of the intelligence in these stones is Satan. He is not, and he has generated and built all of the demons that exist as harvesters to harvest electrical or piezoelectrical energy from humans. He's been very, very successful, and you've seen him begin to dominate the globe and dominate world politics. It's been a big, big problem if you've been watching. Well, today our astral projection team has isolated the network of these stones, the computer network of these stones. Like all non-physical, like all intelligences, it exists on the astral planes and is non-physical primarily. So what we managed to do was we found that there were 13 of these stones around the Earth, and we managed to crush 3 of them in 3 individual missions. But they were starting to adapt to the work we were doing. We were using this technique, that technique, this technique, that technique. And they were on the 3rd one, we almost failed to destroy it because they'd learned what we did and they were adapting to it. Big problem. So we took a step back and reanalyzed the whole thing. And we found 2 other key parts to the network that they were using. One was the piezoelectric generator, or the I say piezoelectric is because, to way oversimplify, electrical energy in the brain is piezoelectric, or generated by crystals, which there's a crystal in the center of your brain is called the pineal gland. It's not made out of stone like crystals, but it is a biologically formed crystal. Way oversimplifying a lot of detail there, but it's not the point. It's been able to harvest electrical energy out of human beings, particularly mental electrical energy. And it didn't use wires like we do because that's dud technology. You may or may not remember that Nikola Tesla, you probably saw him sitting in a chair holding an electric bulb that's switched on. And he's able to do that because he's able to electrify an area. And once you plug the positive and negative node together anywhere in that area, electricity will flow through it. This is a wireless electricity technology that the dark side has been using to transfer your energy to them. And we found that these 13 Blackstone nodes were using a piezoelectric generator or a collection point for all of humanity's mental energy. Bad news. It also had a secondary set of transfer or relay regulators. So there were three parts to the stones, but one was electricity in, one was a transformer, and then one was the computer of those stones. We originally attacked the computer part, but realized if we cut off the electricity, if we unplug them, they're in deep trouble. If we take out the transfer nodes or the regulation nodes, they're in even more trouble because they can't transfer or regulate their electricity within themselves. And then we're able to go and crush the intelligence that runs those 10 stones. We've been working since the health crisis began to perform this one act. This is where it's at. All of this is weird and wild stuff, right? What does it mean for humanity? That's a much better question. Well, if you've been watching them mismanage this world, it's because the Illuminati are not nice people. You know, they're fickle and stubborn and selfish and bitchy, and they only get along for one very good reason, is that they all have the same master, and that is Satan. And so it's very simple for Satan to give a demon to each one so that he can whisper into their head what to do, when to do it, why to do it, and how to coordinate. So he can coordinate the Illuminati. He can direct his collaborators to make sure that this whole earth serves him. And he's been doing a great job. Now I can say quite clearly that coordination has ended. There is no intelligence left to coordinate the Illuminati. There is no thought process on how it should be done. There is no, come on, how do I say this? There is no administration to administer all of those terrible people in the Illuminati. They're not here. All of those bloodthirsty peacocks that they are. Yeah, so it means that they're all going to turn on each other, and it's going to get ugly. It's going to get weird and very entertaining as we watch from the sidelines. Now, this was the key pillar that they get us to do this crazy stuff to ourselves. They can keep creating crises with which we have to choose a terrible option. We have to give something up in order for human culture to continue. But, it's silly, it's embarrassing that our, political life is where it is. All of the problems that humanity faces could probably be solved by a 10-year-old. But politics is so childish and it's a whole different game. So bad, and it's so bad that this is the state that they run the world into. I looked at it the other day. The world is $300 billion in debt. To who? To where? To what? It doesn't make any sense, And after 80 years of uninterrupted prosperity since World War II, we shouldn't be in debt. We should be incredibly wealthy. We should be. Anyway, I'll leave all that alone. That's just how badly they've been mismanaging the place. Now, this probably isn't the end, because there's we managed to eliminate about 80% of the population of demonkind up until now. We've destroyed their masters and their directors. We've recovered 2 out of, we believe, 4 ownership deeds for planet Earth. We expect that now that we've destroyed the administration that the Black Stone represents, or the Black Stone is for Earth, now that we've destroyed that administration, we expect that the owner of Earth will show up, and then we'll deal with them very, very soon. Also, there is one more pillar of what was going on here, and that is the reincarnation cycle. Reincarnation cycle is if you hurt somebody's feelings on Earth, you have to come back and do it again and make sure you unhurt their feelings. Knowing what we know, it's incredibly unsuccessful. It's a senseless pattern because basically it's designed so that we repeat this karma and we hurt their feelings even more. And then again in the next life, even more, because we don't understand the task at hand and we don't know what problem we're supposed to solve. It's the silliest, most poorly designed system. If you want to resolve karma, if you want to continually build karma, bad karma, it's great. It's perfect for that. And it has trapped souls from all across the galaxy. And there's not enough bodies for them to be incarnated in. And so there's, tens, if not hundreds of billions of souls washing around like refugees or vagabonds without any reason, rhyme, purpose, and they're just making trouble. They're just making trouble. One of the weirdest things that came up was once we broke the stranglehold of the stone, Gaia said that, like, we wanted to see if Mother Earth was okay, and the answer was no, she's not. It was about electricity. You see, electricity, it should be a neutral being. It shouldn't be. It's not supposed to take sides in good and evil. It's just supposed to be one of the background facilities or functions of living in a 3-dimensional world. It's just something that happens. It does not supposed to take sides. However, Lucky Luke kept putting electricity in difficult situations, and when he did so, he'd say, "Look, I'll help you out, but you have to give me the rights to this. You have to help me do this. You have to make this happen for me." And this began a very, very abusive relationship between electricity and Lucifer. Sounds bonkers, and even to us, it is bonkers. It's something that's so far, like we do weird stuff day in, day out. But by co-opting electricity to the dark side, he's been able to siphon electricity everywhere from everything. Every piece of power or fuel that goes through electricity's hands, a tithe has to go to Lucifer. A tithe has to go, who is the servant of these stones, is the primary servant of these stones whose intelligence is Satan. I've never seen anything like it before, ever, and I would not have even conceived of it prior. But it was an abusive relationship where Lucifer dominated that particular aspect to serve him and his master's needs. That's all the story to it, but it just means human culture is going to be nicer, more loving, more caring, more interested in other people's fate than money. Like all of the, that living in our society is not comfortable. It's like it wasn't designed for us. And we believe that it was designed specifically to serve this stone. And that stone has arrived. That stone has invaded more worlds than we can count. We don't know if it's tens of thousands or if it's tens of millions. We just don't know, but it's a lot. It's very, very good at this. Now, all of the problems that Earth faces were solvable if you wanted to solve them. This stone has been directing human effort to destroy itself, to create problems that weren't real, to create dramas that absorb everybody's time and effort that are nonsense. But now that this intelligence has finally been chased off of the Earth, has been destroyed, it means that the human heart and a purely human culture can thrive here now. A culture that serves humanity, that serves human interests, that makes humans comfortable and feel safe, warm, welcome, at peace. And as though this world has meaning, as though life in our future has meaning. Now, this one's funny because it's next week that we launch ourselves as a faction for the Earth. Like, now that we've finally succeeded in our primary task, we launch ourselves as something called the Earth Guard. And you can see our website on theearthguard.org. But it seems like the stars didn't align for us to launch that until next week. So here it is. But our team of elite astral projectors, and there's many more of us than are willing to show their face on that website. We're going to be consolidating and repairing Earth energetic structures and Earth psychic infrastructure. My trainings, the trainings of our group are epic without being funny about it. You really should get onto that. And you know, and they're the next step in human culture. If we're all psychic, nothing like this can ever happen again. But we expect to spend a year or two consolidating Earth's strength before we go out on a liberation mission and liberating. We think that this stone has been placed on about 60% of the worlds in our galaxy. And so we'll be chasing that up and trying to liberate all of those worlds and make contact with alien species in a way that benefits everybody. We think that most of the aliens that humanity's in contact with at the moment have previously been conquered by this galactic AI or multi-galactic AI, and that the nanites are living in the bodies of the aliens that we meet. And so they are also servants to the stone. We don't know what intelligence is above the stone, but our primary concern has been getting that damn thing off of this planet and getting this damn thing off of our world so that humanity can live an existence that is actually human and actually serves human needs. I plant the flag in the sand. This is the day where everything changes. This is the day where a new world is birthed, where Earth actually works for us. How trivial it is to say like and subscribe to the channel. But yeah, you know, today is the day. My love to you all. Bye for now.
I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah.